The city of Newcastle acknowledges the Awabakal and Worimi peoples as the traditional custodians of the Newcastle local government area. We respect their cultural heritage, beliefs, and continuous relationship with the land, and recognize that they are the proud survivors of more than 200 years of dispossession. Council reiterates its commitment to addressing disadvantages and attaining justice for Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples of this community. Hi everyone, I was so delighted to hear some of your stories over the Zoom meetup. Just a reminder, it's not too late to register. All you need to do, head over to the Newcastle Library's website and register. Go back and watch the videos. We have very good tips on how you can get started with your writing. And this workshop is very easy. It only has 3 elements. First one is the instructional videos that I just mentioned with great tips on how to get started. The second one is the Zoom meetups on Tuesday night. And the last one is the writing time. And again, the writing time can be done on your own time. So what I would encourage you to do is go back, watch the video, check the prompts. We've released 3 prompts so far. Go back, have a look, write as much as you can. Hey, we need your story. We need your voice. And I strongly believe one way to empower people of multicultural background is through writing. So let's do this. So as I said, we have released 3 prompts so far. The first one is about who do you wish you could see again? We did go through the mind map as a way to break down and come up with a few ideas and words to write your story. And then we released the second one, which is on family traditions. The third one was on any embarrassing moment that you have experienced in your own host nation. So again, I want to keep encouraging you to do at least 500 to 600 words each time you do your writing. So with great delight, I am going to release our 4th and last prompt for the whole seminar. And again, it's not too late. You can still register to the Newcastle Library's website. You can have access to the Zoom meeting, our last one, as well as free access to the instructional videos. Today's writing prompt is slightly different. I aim to stretch you a little bit by letting you use an image instead of words to ignite your writing. So an image as opposed to words. That means you will have to think of an image that speaks volumes to you and find some time to brainstorm on that image by questioning the picture so you can come up with your story. I've actually have done that. I could share with you one image that speaks volumes to me and the techniques that I've used to come out with words for that. I'm going to ask 3 questions to the image. What is the image all about? Actually, I'm going to ask myself, what is the image all about? And where was it taken? And why is it so special to me? So the image, the first question, what is the image all about? It's about the Anzac ceremony. And where was it taken? It was taken near my home. Why is that important to me? It is important to me because it speaks of freedom. It speaks of power as well as peace with myself, because I was now able to allow myself to call my host nation my home too. So I'm just going to give you a little bit of a background. Why was that a big deal to me? When I arrived here, my whole sense of identity and belonging was completely challenged. I used to question myself, why I came here, where do I belong, what am I doing here? And I clearly could not fit in. I'm not white and I do have accent. So it was very difficult to me. So but when I look at this picture here, the Anzac ceremony, I was in a good place. I had redefined my concept of belonging and identity. I've discovered that belonging has nothing to do with a place. It's a mindset, it's an attitude. So this is why it's significant. It speaks of freedom, peace, and power at the same time. So what I want you to do, I want you to do the same exercise. Use an image that speaks to you and write about it. And this is our prompt. Use an image that reminds you of someone or something or an event and write about it. So this is the task for the week. This is the prompt. So how are you gonna do that? Tip number 1, identify a very good image. First of all, you need to pick up the right picture. It's okay if you flick through 2 or 3, but at the end of the day, I guess you could pick the one that is the most relevant, but nothing stops you from actually having 2 favorite images to talk about. So have a look at your photo album. It could be your friends, could be your relatives. You can also check online if there's any interesting photo that you could share through social media, that someone has shared a picture of you through social media. That's actually another great way to identify a very good image to use. Now, once you've done that, if you identified the image or the images that you're gonna be working with, engage with the picture. Tip number 2, engage with the photo. Take a few minutes to absorb the details in the picture and ask yourself, what's in it? What's the background? The colors? When was the picture taken and why was it taken? Tip number 3, highlight the emotions. Focus on how you feel emotionally, sad, happy, afraid, or physically relaxed or tired. How does the image make you feel? Connect with the emotions in the image. And also ask yourself, what do you feel like doing when you look at the image? Sometimes you feel tense, you feel afraid, you feel like dancing, you feel like jumping. It could be that the image, it dredges up on memories and reminds you of even someone or something. Just write down all of that, because we never know, a story may start just by engaging with the image. Tip number 4, after you've done the exercise of trying to understand the what, the when, the how, and the why, allow the words to begin to form and just record them in a piece of paper. Again, if you're not keen to writing in a piece of paper, you can use your iPhone. You do voice recording and then it can transfer for you. And as you're doing that, whichever way you choose to record the memories, think of what you would tell a friend. Think in terms of finding ways to engaging and connecting with the reader or the friend listening to you telling the story. That's really important. Tip number 5, write for 25 minutes with no interruption. Set a timer. Tell everyone you're busy for the next 25 minutes and no interruptions. And when you do that, it's not research or reading or editing. It's just about putting words into a piece of paper or recording into your whichever device you want to use. Don't forget to edit, reread your story and check it as many times if you need. But don't use the 25 minutes to do editing. It's just writing. And again, join us for our next and last Zoom meetup, where we talk about a little bit more about proofreading and self-publishing, as well as other ways to get your story out there, such as poetry slams and all of that, and podcasts. Keep an eye on other memoirs. Read as much as you can. I would recommend you to do that. I did a couple of library trips when I was doing my own memoir, because I wanted to check what others are doing and how they do it, how do they express themselves and all of that. So it's a good thing to do whenever you get a chance to read what others and check what others are doing. And again, thank you so much for your time. And it has been such a pleasure working with you all through the instructional videos as well as the Zoom meetups. And today we'll release our 4th and our last writing prompt. I am so much looking forward to meet you on our last Zoom meetup on the 23rd of June, 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. It was an honor to serve you and help you kickstart your memoir writing journey. I do hope you had the chance to gain insights and writing tips to help you to continue your writing journey beyond this seminar, because that's the intention. We want to hear about your story. We want to hear different voices And again, every culture has a story to tell. And if you don't come forward, we will never know it. So I would encourage, write, and see you soon. Thank you. Bye.